We'll take you live now to York Regional Police Headquarters, where officers are announcing the results of Project Wrangler. Let's listen in.
Responsible for a host of violent crimes across the province of Ontario. An investigation this far-reaching would be impossible without extensive collaboration, and its success came thanks to teamwork between a number of policing agencies. A huge thank you to our partners at the Toronto Police Service, Peel Regional Police, London Police Service, the Ontario Provincial Police, and as you've just heard, the Sûreté de Quebec. I'm pleased to welcome representatives from those agencies here today. Chief Nishan Duriappa of Peel Regional Police, Chief Tai Trung from London Police Service, Acting Deputy Chief Joe Matthews of the Toronto Police Service, and Chief Superintendent Karen Gannot of the Ontario Provincial Police. My sincere thanks to each and every one of you for being here today. And of course, my thanks to all who contributed to Project Wrangler for their diligent work leading to today's announcement. As a result of this investigation, 13 people have been arrested and face more than 150 charges. 2 more are still wanted by police. These offenses run the gamut of violent crime: shootings and carjackings in busy public places, armed robberies at jewelry and cell phone stores, home invasion robberies that resulted in shootings and murder. These acts were brazen, they were brutal, and they're completely unacceptable. When it comes to committing violence, these suspects certainly did not discriminate. They showed complete disregard for the value of human life, and they left hundreds of victims in their wake. When a store or a bank is robbed, or a car or cash is stolen, we're not just losing property. Our communities are losing their collective sense of safety and security. People are shopping, doing business, or going to work in fear thanks to these criminal groups. We owe it to those victims to investigate these criminal groups extensively and to ensure they're prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. That wouldn't be possible without this collaboration across jurisdictions. I'm thankful also for the support of the Ministry of the Solicitor General in the administration of the multi-jurisdictional major case model. And I'm incredibly proud of every member who committed their hard work and unwavering determination to this investigation. We will continue to stand united against organized crime and relentlessly track down and arrest those responsible for victimizing all of our communities. Getting these suspects off the streets has improved the safety of people, not only here in York Region, but in dozens of communities across Ontario, which makes it all the more important. You'll now hear from Superintendent Simon James, who will shed light on details of the operation. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Superintendent Simon James of the York Regional Police, and I am one of the multi-jurisdictional major case managers appointed by the province of Ontario for Project Wrangler. Today, I want to take you through how this investigation began, how it unfolded, and the coordinated law enforcement outcomes that were achieved by our partner agencies across both Ontario and Quebec. Project Wrangler was launched after police services across the province noted a series of violent incidents that at first appeared to be unrelated. Through careful analysis, information sharing, and the use of the province's major case management system, investigators identified patterns and connections that ultimately linked these incidents together. Given the severity, the mobility, and the risk associated with these violent crimes, a joint forces operation was formed that consisted of members from the York Regional Police, the Peel Regional Police, the Toronto Police Service, the London Police Service, the Ontario Provincial Police, and our partners with the Sûreté de Quebec. This was not a traditional street gang, but rather a coalition of adult men from different groups and locations who would align themselves for profit-motivated violence. Over many months, we allege that individuals within this network coordinated and carried out numerous organized offenses, including homicide, attempt homicide, home invasions, armed robberies, firearms-related offenses, and a number of serious incidents across other jurisdictions outside of just the GTA. In York Region, this included an armed robbery at a bank and a robbery of a cell phone store in the city of Markham. It included a violent home invasion that resulted in the shooting of one of the home's occupants in the city of Vaughan. In other jurisdictions, this network was responsible for a range of serious incidents. Just some examples include a shooting into a crowded emergency room in the city of London, Ontario, showing a complete disregard for the safety of patients, visitors, and staff in the hospital. An attempted shooting of a man on his driveway in Brampton, the shooting of a man in a crowded parking lot in Mississauga. In the city of Toronto, a violent home invasion, a school shooting, armed robberies targeting store owners, including one incident where a bullet narrowly missed a store clerk during a cell phone store robbery. These incidents, along with others, demonstrate the coordinated nature of this network and the multi-jurisdictional scope of this investigation. This network also extended into Rimouski, Quebec, where we allege individuals associated with this group were involved in a homicide inside a private residence. Our investigation also indicates that the group recruited and exploited younger individuals, using them as drivers and lookouts, and in some cases using them directly in the criminal activity themselves. What emerged was a view of an alleged criminal organization with a clear structure, a core group of older offenders who selected targets, coordinated transportation, facilitated access to weapons, managed proceeds, and an outer younger layer of individuals who were there to carry out instructions and support operations. Their actions were calculated, they were very mobile, and they were often extremely brazen. Through the combined work of our partner agencies, we have significantly disrupted this network today. We've identified individuals that we allege are key targets of this group, laid substantial charges related to homicide, attempted murder, robbery, firearms offenses, and participation in a criminal organization, and disrupted ongoing plots of involving gun violence, preventing further harm to the public. And to the public, we have to appeal today for their assistance to locate two outstanding dangerous suspects. A Canada-wide arrest warrant has been issued for 24-year-old Treston Casanova Amond of no fixed address. Mr. Casanova Amond is wanted on more than 20 criminal charges, including participation in a criminal organization, conspiracy to commit murder, robbery with violence. He has some ties to the Peel Region area and the Greater Toronto area. A Canada-wide arrest warrant for first-degree murder has also been issued for Mr. Ingram Mohammed, 20 years of no fixed address. Mr. Mohammed has some ties to the Hamilton and Kitchener-Waterloo areas. He is wanted by the Sûreté de Quebec on charges related to the murder that I spoke of earlier. If you have information about either of their whereabouts, we urge you to please contact police or Crime Stoppers if you wish to remain anonymous. These individuals may pose a risk to public safety until they are located. What is clear from this investigation is that collaboration does work. No single police service could have addressed this level of organized, mobile, and transprovincial violence alone. Project Wrangler demonstrates the strength, necessity, and effectiveness of unified policing when threats move across borders and seek to exploit them. I want to acknowledge the tireless work of our investigators, our crime analysts, our frontline officers, our specialty units, and every partner agency represented here today. Their professionalism and dedication have made these results possible. The public can be confident that when violent individuals attempt to cause harm in our communities, whether in one city or across multiple provinces, our police services will stand together, we will pool resources, and use every lawful tool available that we have at our disposal to stop them. Thank you.
Thank you, Superintendent. I'll now invite to the microphone Peel Regional Police Chief Nishan Dariappa.
Thank you, and good morning, everyone. I just want to begin by thanking Chief McSween and York Regional Police for hosting us together and to congratulate even though there's some senior leaders here from different police services, to congratulate the investigators that really did the heavy work and heavy lifting. And to Superintendent James's point, it is a perfect example about how agencies across multiple jurisdictions can demonstrate positive outcomes when it comes to what we're seeing in the community. I want to highlight that, we are here in force to show that the community's expectations when there's harm being caused right across Greater Toronto, Ontario, and even into other provinces, is that we work collaboratively together to show a positive outcome. So the home invasions, the shootings, the egregious activities that are being illustrated even on these videos are ones which the community expects us to show results, and that's what is important about today. As it pertains to Peel's involvement in Project Wrangler, it began when we received critical information from York Regional Police regarding an individual, Danielle Levy-Porter, which is highlighted in obviously the arrests, that was a suspect known to us in Peel for a previous shooting. Acting on this information with York Regional Police, our Peel officers and investigators were able to successfully coordinate the arrest of Levy-Porter in Peel Region. His arrest and takedown resulted in evidence being revealed connecting him to multiple violent offenses and a core network of other offenders with strong ties to Peel Region and York and the GTA. This network was responsible for a 6-month spree of shootings, robberies, attempt murders, home invasions, and offenses that spanned, as you've heard, into GTA, London, and Quebec. It quickly became very clear to us that these offenders operated with increased sophistication, leveraging encrypted communications and advanced technology to conceal their activities. Of the 15 offenses criminal events that are highlighted as a result of this project takedown, 5 occurred in Peel Region, Mississauga, and Brampton, impacting 7 victims. We also discovered, and as Superintendent James highlighted, that many of these offenders that were arrested in the project were already on a form of release. I highlight that, and I know Chief McSween has highlighted it previously, that this continues to be a problem where a small amount of people create the biggest amount of harm. As highlighted, this group tasked younger individuals and associates based in Peel Region to carry out their organized operations on their behalf, including robbery and firearms offenses. We continue to see young people that are involved in criminal networks being exploited because they are vulnerable and they're willing to participate. Several of the major incidents revealed use consistent pattern of targeted violence and organized planning in Peel addresses, vehicles being used, firearms being used in the commission of offenses, and they were not isolated events. They were very well organized at every step of the way. I'm proud to say that the outcome of today and the work by the remarkable investigators across multiple jurisdictions has effectively stopped a network that would have continued to cause harm right across this province and many other communities. Violence continues to be what grips our community on every doorstep, and we need to show the community that there is a concerted effort across different police agencies in collaboration to dismantle them right across this province. I want to again sincerely thank York Regional Police, London, Toronto OPP, and our partnering agencies for demonstrating this in every possible way. Congratulations. I'll turn this back to Constable Dixon. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Now going to call to the microphone Chief of the London Service, Ty Trump.
Good morning, everyone. I want to thank my fellow police chiefs to my left and acting deputy chiefs
We've been listening to a press conference from York Regional Police announcing the results of Project Wrangler that has resulted in 13 people being arrested, 150 charges, but 2 people still remain outstanding. Those individuals are 24-year-old Tristan Casanova Almond, and he's wanted for more than 20 criminal charges, including being a part of a criminal organization. Also, there's a Canada-wide warrant out for 20-year-old Ingram Mohammed of no fixed address, and these individuals are connected to a string of violent crimes, homicides, shootings, carjackings, home invasions. Well, let's head back to York Region Police Headquarters, where questions are being taken from police. Let's listen.
Their daily lives. Well, major crime indicators in Toronto have gone down this year, including homicides, shootings, auto thefts, robberies, and break-and-enters. We know incidents like these have a significant impact on how safe people feel. That's why projects like this matter. Together, we're taking dangerous people off our streets, individuals who have shown no regard for the safety of others. Many of those arrested now face charges for breaching probation, disobeying court orders, or failing to comply with release conditions. We will continue to support measures to strengthen bail compliance for repeat violent offenders and enhance our community safety across Toronto. Thank you to all of our partners and everyone involved in bringing these offenders into custody. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And now I'd like to invite to the podium from the Ontario Provincial Police, Chief Superintendent Karen Gonneau.
Good morning, everyone. Project Wrangler is a clear reminder that violence does not stop at municipal borders. Criminal organizations do not confine themselves to one city. They spread across regions, impacting communities in both urban and rural areas. Organized crime members and other criminals are opportunistic, and if they're able to build a strong criminal network, their influence spreads across the province-wide. For the Ontario Provincial Police, it relates to an attempted murder in Ramera, approximately 160 kilometers north of Toronto. That is the reality of organized crime. Its reach is wide and its consequences are devastating. We know the harm gangs and criminal networks inflict on individuals, families, and entire communities. This is about real people living in fear, and it's unacceptable. To be clear, those who choose violence and endanger our communities will face a united front. We will find you, and we will hold you accountable. I want to echo the words of my colleagues and extend my sincere thanks to all of the services represented here today. The success of Project Wrangler demonstrates what is possible when law enforcement unite to tackle violent crime without barriers. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Superintendent. At this time, we're going to open the floor for questions and answers. I ask that you please attend the microphone over at the side, that you state your name, the outlet you're with, and who the question is directed at. At this time, we also ask that all questions being asked be directly related to Project Wrangler. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Marion Bérubé. I'm a reporter for Radio-Canada, French EBC. So I was just wondering if you could tell us a bit more about this criminal organization. Like, what were their motives? Because you talk about murders, loads of like different crimes. So were they against, do they have like a drug trafficking? What kind of like, what were they looking for in those crimes? And were they targeted people in particular, especially for the murders? So just, yeah, a bit more about all of that.
Oh, thank you for the question. This group, their driving factor is profit. They're a very mobile, transient group in the fact that they're all over the province of Ontario. They're into numerous places in Quebec. And their driving factor and the driving reason that motivates them is financial gain. They're committing profit-motivated violence would be the best term to describe this group. They are committing crimes for a variety of reasons, but ultimately what it all boils down to in the end is money.
Okay, thank you. And other question, you mentioned that they were a coalition of groups, so were they members of other criminal organizations? Were the suspects, the people arrested, were they already knew by police before?
Yeah, this group is a little bit unique in that it involves a number of individuals who have ties to different groups in the province of Ontario and Quebec. This is not a singular street gang. This is a network of individuals with different backgrounds, pasts, and associations in many cases to different gangs working together for profit.
Hi, Abby O'Brien with the Toronto Star. I was just wondering if you could clarify which...
We've been listening to York Regional Police at their headquarters just updating the results of Project Wrangler.